all bets are off. But
didn't the light bulb begin to come on for him at the end of the year, if I remember right?
Because I think he's a terrific player.
What was your reaction to the NCAA proposal about keeping teams out of the NCAA tournament based on APR?
It's fine. It's fine. You know, we had a 3.14 grade point average last term. We had 10 scholarship players. We had 9 over a 3.0. We had 2 guys at a 4.0. This summer, I think it was a 2.8 grade point average. You know, we've established what we are academically. I'm not bothered by it if that's what they choose to do, and that's fine.
Why the Yum Center and not Freedom Hall?
Freedom Hall had a concert. We checked. That's where we were going to go.
Any reaction?
We asked them to move Lady Gaga, but they wouldn't move.
Any reaction
So
when the Louisville fans are saying, you know, that whole deal and using our home floor? I don't know.
I don't pay attention to any of this, so I don't know. But it's the only place that we could play that had the size that we needed. So when we checked, like I said, Freedom Hall was the first. We want to play in Freedom Hall. They got a concert, so we couldn't.
Do the proceeds go to pay for the training camp for the guys?
These guys invested. And you have to understand, they had to pay off a debt to FIBA that was owed. To have me coach this team, they had to do it here. Then they get hit in the head with insurance, which the NBA usually would cover, but they're not covering anymore. We have NBA players. So they've gotten whacked around, and the reason we were doing the first game was let's just see if we can help them recoup some stuff, and that's what we're trying to do. So, but it's, you know, the insurance of the NBA players is very expensive that are playing in the game. So it's not doing what you think it will do for them, but at least they know we're trying to help them that way.
Now, what's your thoughts on possible expansion? I know you said earlier you
expansion of.
We'll talk about Texas A&M and maybe
we should
Florida
be 16 teams, and then there should be a 16-team league out west, and there should be a 16-team north of us, and there should be a 16-team east of us, or 18, either one. And that's what it should be, in my opinion.
What do you think about the proposal about multiple-year scholarships?
It's fine. I tell a kid we'll never ask you to leave. You may not be good enough, but that we'll never ask you to leave. And I never have. I never told a kid you have to leave. So I tell them when you come, you're here, unless you do something that burn down a library or something. I mean, short of that, you're here.
There's also been a big push for the cost of attendance scholarship. Is it
should happen. It should happen for women too. That's why I say again, the 4 leagues. You now generate enough to do a living expense for all athletes. You're telling me softball doesn't work hard, or our golf team and our females? I said before, women should be up in arms about Title IX. Should be up in arms about Title IX. Well, now you can come and say we're going to deal with Title IX because we have the wherewithal to do it. Everybody complains about a level playing field. There's only one way to have a level playing field. Go to 4 leagues. That's how you have a level playing field, where there are standards that must be met to be in the league. Now, within there are going to be schools that are better academically than others. There are going to be schools in better areas than others. But that will be the imbalance. And I also think if you did that, each of the schools would probably be able to give back to the universities another $5 to $10 million for the general scholarship fund. So there may be other ways of doing it. I just, you know, I haven't seen it.
Well, what does that do to like a couple of your old schools, UMass and Memphis?
They have an opportunity to do it. They have to meet the standards. Maybe there's 100 schools in the 4 leagues. You have to meet the standards to be in this. If you don't meet the standards, you can't be in it. We probably, how many schools? The NCAA said we have schools spending $5 million on athletics and schools spending $120 million in athletics. Great parity. That we have to have a level playing field. I don't know how you do that. Stanford has a $250 million endowment for athletics. They have a $6 billion for their school. So if you want to really have a level playing field, I would propose that Stanford give up some of that money and spread it around to the rest of us so we can have a level playing field. Just my opinion. It's not the school's opinion, not my president's opinion, not my athletic director's opinion. It's Dwayne and I.
UK has said that only a handful of schools make money in the athletic departments. So even in these super conferences, it seems like most would not be making money. So how do you pay the players?
So you separate, you give them 10 office spaces, 10, you're only having 10 employees, that's it. We don't need you to do anything except run this tournament. We have a basketball tournament where every team's in, the money goes back to those schools. You have a football playoff. Each league has their own champion. Those 4 champions go to a semifinals and a finals, and the rest play in bowls. All the money goes back to all those schools, whether it's 64, 72, whatever it is. All the television money, Jerry, at billions of dollars, goes back to those 64 schools. Doesn't go to this program, that program, that. And I liked what I saw when I went out to see Warren Buffett. I said, this is all you have, this space? You own 300 companies. He said, well, I'll tell you how I kept it small. We have 1 floor of offices. If you want to hire more people, who's moving their desk over? This is all we have. You don't need, just... Anyway, let's talk about the little... I've already done this. I mean, you've heard me do this. So, and there are a lot of other brave coaches out there doing this.